Welcome, everyone. I'm Stephen Garvey, founder, leader of National Citizens Alliance, NCA. I'm going to go over some fairly significant issues National Citizens Alliance is facing this week, including political censorship. And then I'm going to deal with touch on the event this Saturday in Edmonton against the United Nations and global world order. The first issue I'm going to deal with is the Rohingya Muslim video. And this video, disappointingly, was censored by Facebook today, taken right off our page. The video is from our public discussion in Red Deer last weekend, and we had an immigrant um, Canadian and member and supporter of NCA speak about the Rohingya Muslims and what's going on in Myanmar and used to be called Burma. And this gentleman is from Myanmar or Burma, whichever word you use. So he's an immigrant Canadian. And I'm going to touch on an article here and just go right into it. This was in Global News not too long ago. And it says the title here National Citizens Alliance refuses. Yes, we did refuse to pull down a video of man. And that man is a Canadian immigrant from Burma. Claiming Rohingya Muslims are not people, and that's completely false. He did not make a sweeping claim like that. He was referring to radical Islamics and Islamic fundamentalists as not people. And never once did he apply it to all Rohingya Muslims. So if we go down the article, the Global News calls NCA a controversial political organization. Okay, we'll get back to that word controversial. And then it talks about the video was recorded on November 25th in Red Deer. It was a public discussion, and we allowed different points of view as long as no one crossed the line with racism or supremacy. And this gentleman who I know, Win, he said these people, they cause huge problems. Quote, those people, they're not human. I'm not saying all of them. Notice that. He doesn't, he makes it clear. It's not all of them, but a lot of them. And he's talking about the radical and fundamentalists and what they're doing, raping and killing. And then it's down here. We get to the word controversial. Global News claims that National Citizens Alliance has controversial views on immigration and multiculturalism. Controversial views on immigration and multiculturalism. Isn't that kind of funny? What is controversial about having responsible, balanced immigration? What is controversial about wanting to put your people, your country first? And what is controversial about wanting to deal with this immigration mess coming out of Ottawa that's been going on for decades and decades? And the bottom line, we want responsible, balanced immigration, which means we want a temporary pause in immigration on day one of forming government. There's an 11-year backlog. There's inadequate screening. There's this ridiculous chain migration going on, excessive chain migration. We got to get this mess sorted out. It's been going on too long. So we want a temporary pause. In addition, we do not support mass immigration. We support, as I said, responsible, balanced immigration, and that means 50,000 or less per year. And we will do that on year one of forming government. In our opinion, that's common sense, and that's all about putting our people and our country first. So if that's controversial, fine. We're happy to be controversial. But we know most Canadians agree with us. And then it said, our policies on multiculturalism are controversial. What is controversial about wanting to end this extreme multiculturalism? What is controversial about being opposed to transforming Canada radically into a post-national state? What is controversial about opposing turning Canada into a UN-like globalist village where we lose our traditional identity, our heritage, our values, our way of life? Again, this is common sense, and this is about putting our people, our country first. So again, if this is controversial, we're very happy to be controversial. But we know most Canadians agree with us. Getting back to this article, and this is absolutely ridiculous in this article. Look at this, the globalists in Ottawa, the globalist mainstream parties in Ottawa. They're saying, oh, the Rohingya Muslims are the victims of mass killing gang rapes by the Myanmar military. They say nothing about what's going on by the Islamic radicals who are amongst the Rohingya Muslims. It's all one-sided. And then they quote the UN report, which is an amoral institution, extremely biased and highly bureaucratic. And that's all they quote. And look here. The House of Commons voted unanimously to label Myanmar Rohingya killings a genocide. Look at that. All the globalists in Ottawa, every single one of them in Ottawa, has jumped on the bandwagon of the United Nations right before your eyes. Well, we had someone from Burma speaking, and he told another way of looking at it. And he pointed out that there's good and bad on both sides. And I'm going to play that video now because I want people to hear it. But I'm just going to go back to this article just to finish it off. And then it talks about the NCA. All they emphasize we're not officially registered. Somehow we're not legitimate. But I'll tell you, we're going to be registered very soon. Yep, we're all about standing up for Canada's traditional identity, heritage, and culture. Yep, we want strong, no-nonsense immigration policy that puts the well-being and safety of the Canadian people first, and implementing a temporary pause and substantial reduction in immigration. Yes, we want integration of new arrivals into the basic cultural norms of Canada. And we believe that political correctness is threatening Canada's identity and culture, 100%. And it says here, displays anti-Islam. That is false. And they justify it by claiming that we want to ban the burqa and the niqab. And we say it's not part of cultural norms. Yeah, we are anti-political Islam, anti-Sharia. We're not anti-Muslim. And we're not anti-Islam. We're anti-political Islam. We're anti-Sharia, to be very clear. And we make that extremely clear in our policies. In particular, our ban on radical ideologies. And then it talks about this event coming up. I'm going to get to that next on December 8th. And then of course we're not racist, I say, and we're certainly not supremacists, and we condemn those, and we don't tolerate that at all in the party. We're all about free speech. So there's that article. I hope that helps your understanding, and I'm going to go to this video. I have to adjust the audio. So I'm just going to go to the settings momentarily here.
I'm from Burma, right? Burma is like a really bad country. Like a lot of people, like civil war still going on. We fought hard like against the communists, right? We also like fought against the so-called Rohingya. Rohingya is like Muslims. They come from Bangladesh. those people, they came to Burma. It's with huge numbers, right? These people, they cause a lot of problem. They started raping like Buddhist Burmese women, and after that, they brutally murdered them, right? These people, they don't know how to live together, like us. We came to Canada for a better future, for a better life, because we want peace, we want freedom, right? Those people, they don't know freedom. They listen to one thing, that is, from the Quran. To be honest with you, I want to cry, because those people, they're not human. I'm not saying, all of them, but a lot of them, they're not human. They're thinking that, caliphate is the only thing. They want caliphate. They want to rule the whole world. We don't want that. Canada is a peaceful country. This is our home now. Our Asian community will stand up with you with that. No matter what. Mass immigration. Most of people from United States, they came here, they were murderers, criminals. They caused a lot of problems. Like back in Toronto, like a couple shootings, right? Those people, they listen to the Quran. Their Quran is killed like non-believers. So when they die, they think that they will see like a 72 virgin in heaven. What the hell is that? These people are crazy. They are not like normal people like us. So that's all I gotta say to you.
There you have it. You heard it right from Wynn's mouth. The Burmese Canadian immigrant, and he spoke the truth there. He talked about a mass invasion of Bengali Muslims into Burma. He talks about the raping of Buddhist women and the brutal killing of them and other Buddhists in Burma. He also talked, his whole message was on the Quran and these radical fundamentalists. He wasn't, and he made it clear this isn't applying to all Rohingya Muslims. It's applying to the radical fundamentalists, and we're letting them through the U.S. border into his country, as he pointed out, the Toronto shooters. So, this is just the truth. These people are crazy. These radicals are crazy. And I challenge anyone out there who think that they're human, that they're people. And I'm going to show you some images now. This was, these are some of these radical Islamists burning someone alive in a cage. Right here. And this was, these were ISIS doing that. Look at that, burning someone alive. And yet we give 10 million to Omar Khadr, who was working with ISIS. Look at that. How could someone be human and burn someone alive in a cage? They were drowning people alive, Christians in cages. They would drop the cage and drown them. How is that human? They were burning innocent people over fires. Look at that. How is that human? They were hanged and burned alive. Look at that. And these are two Canadians that were killed by radical Islamics in the Philippines. Their heads were cut off. How is that human? They also take child brides, young girls, 9-year-olds, 6-year-olds, and marry them. How is that human? I think you get the message. And I don't think Wynn was off the mark there. They're not human. These people are sick. They're crazy. And it's obvious. Anyone who thinks otherwise is kidding themselves, or they're just completely deluded, or maybe they're crazy just like them. It's ridiculous. I'm going to turn now, and unfortunately, the NCA, we were planning an event coming up on December 8th. It was similar to Red Deer. It was a public discussion on mass immigration, and this is unbelievable what's going on. We actually had an elected official deliberately sabotage the event, and then she was bragging about it. She was getting all her supporters to phone in and pressure the Truro Legion to cancel our event. Unbelievable. She totally disrespected our freedom of speech and our constitutional right to peaceful assembly. This is unbelievable, and you have not heard the end of this issue. And that's I'm going to show you a photo on this. This is from the website. Lenore Zand. She's from Truro, Nova Scotia. She's bragging about canceling the NCA event, and she thanks all those that messages we've sent to the Truro Legion to pressure them, and she personally pressured them. Unbelievable. And then she has some American hashtag, love Trump's hate. What? I thought we were Canadian. But this is what we're dealing with. This is an elected official in the government of Nova Scotia deliberately trying to sabotage a political event of another party, in this case, a federal party. This is what's going on in Canada. And it's just like, it might as well be right out of the UN Migration Pact. They talk about censoring election campaigns, censoring the media. This is what's happening to Canada. We are sold out by these globalists, sellouts across both sides of the aisle. It's clear as day. So when are you and your family, if you haven't already waken up, when are you going to wake up? Before it's too late? Unbelievable. So you're going to hear more about what's going on with that. That's all I'm going to say on that issue. Because we are pursuing a legal action, and I don't want to say any more on that issue right now. And this is the, I have to clarify now too, this is another issue we're dealing with. We're dealing with our confirmation forms with Elections Canada. And this is at nationalcitizensalliance.ca under declarations. So there was 147 confirmations forms mailed out just over a week ago. If you receive one, just fill it out and mail it in with a stamp addressed envelope. Tick yes, your name and address and your mailing address. Tick yes, sign it, date it, put it in the envelope. In addition, we're accepting more declaration forms. So if you haven't already mailed one in, please mail it in. We are not taking anything for granted. You can get it from this page. There's a PDF here. This is the address to mail it to. And if you have any questions, send us an email at info@nationalcitizensalliance.ca or give us a call at 1-833-822-8330. So yeah, please make sure that you fill out a declaration form and mail it in to us. And we need these by December 20th. And we can't take anything for granted. We have so much opposition in Canada. And it is what it is. We're going to keep fighting. And that's all we can do. We believe in our vision. We believe in our policies, our platform for Canada. And mistake not, this country is at crossroads. We can continue down this globalist path, and it will rapidly transform Canada into a post-national state, vis-a-vis UN globalist-like village. We will lose our Canadian traditional values, heritage, cultural norms, identity. And that's the truth. We will lose our Canadian sovereignty. Or we can go down the path of the NCA, which is anti-globalist, pro-Canadian, and it's all about Canadian sovereignty, protecting our identity, our heritage, our cultural norms, our way of life as Canadians and Westerners. So we have two different paths you can take, but it's up to you, the Canadian people. So if you support the NCA, join us, donate to us, run in 2019. Become one of our contacts in the ridings. We're doing that now. We're setting up contacts in every riding. We'll be setting up EDAs and grassroots organizations in every riding. We've already started the process. So you can get involved in that. But this is about our children, and their future. That is what is at stake right now. Mistake not. And this is coming up this coming Saturday in Edmonton, Alberta, and we're going to do more rallies. So we'll be doing them in different parts of the country in the new year. But this is a big rally coming up in Edmonton. It's on Saturday, December 8th at 2 p.m. at the south end of Sir Winston Churchill Square in Edmonton, Alberta. There'll be speakers. I'm going. There'll be an open mic. We want people to bring signs. And this is about opposition to the United Nations and global world order, including the UN Migration Pact. So if you're not coming, please share. Here's a Facebook link to the event on this page. And this is at nationalcitizensalliance.ca on the homepage under party news. So if you can't come, at least share the event and let other people know. But here's the Facebook page. And it's down here. I'll go to it right now. And we've reached 16,000 over the last 7 days. 1.7 views, 585 responses. And we have over 102 going right now, 461 interested. We're looking at 200 to 300, maybe more people coming to this public rally against the UN and global world order. So please share our event. We need thousands of people there, not hundreds. So please share this event with all your friends and family, and let's have a huge mega rally against the United Nations and this global world order, which is at the forefront of rapidly transforming Canada into a post-national village. We're losing our Canadian sovereignty. So this is a very important event coming up this Saturday in Edmonton. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And if this message resonates with you, please share this so we can reach more Canadians. And I want to wish you and your family the best. Thank you.